Assalamu alaikum and hello everybody. This is Kareem again. I've got Mustapha Hashim with me. He's from Karachi. He's from Pakistan originally. He also has a business setup over here. He'll tell you about his experience in Uganda and why he chose Uganda. One thing, he didn't want to come in front of the camera, and so I said, okay, just let me give the audio. Assalamu alaikum, Mustapha. Bhai.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Wonderful. So, Bhai, how long have you been in Uganda?
5 years now.
5 years now. And where were you before that?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Right. So, Hong Kong is in Asia and this is Africa. So why a big switch over here?
Well, somebody suggested, why don't you go and have a look in Uganda? I was working in Hong Kong for a company. When I left my job, I decided, okay, I want to do on my own.
Okay.
So somebody suggested, why don't you just go and have a look? I came to have a look. I liked the place.
Okay.
Decided to stay here and start the business.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I've lived in UK and Myanmar.
UK and Myanmar.
Yeah.
Taha actually told me that you also have a UK passport.
Yes.
UK passport holder.
Yes.
Why didn't you go back to UK then? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I mean, I wanted to do on my own, something to start on my own, and I thought go to a third world country where opportunities to start something on your own are still existing compared to UK or any other developed countries, where they've come to a saturation point. So it's very difficult now to make new entries unless you come up with some big investments, big ideas, new ideas. I would have loved to go back to UK, but I mean, as I said, to start your own business with a limited capital, when I did my study, did my research, I thought to myself that here your costs of doing business are much lower compared to UK.
Right.
And with a smaller capital, a medium-sized company to operate here is much easier than in UK, because the UK the costs are prohibitive.
Exactly.
And when the costs are so high, it's very difficult for you to survive as a startup.
Right.
Unless you have a very good, solid backup or a sustainable income going on.
Right.
It is not easy. Cost of labor is high.
Right.
A lot of things you have to do on your own,
right,
which doesn't allow you to then concentrate on your business,
right,
and then you are spending a lot of time in admin work and back office work, which is not creating any revenues.
Right.
So I think that's a very big factor for you to choose somewhere like Africa, whereby your labor costs are low,
right,
so you can get your back office work, admin work done by other people,
right,
while you focus on bringing the revenues.
Right, perfect.
I thought to myself, go to a place which is nice, which I love. I love the weather.
Oh, the weather. Okay,
the
yes,
weather
that's
one of the biggest factor. People are very nice, very kind,
right,
very nice. It's a safe place, relative. I mean, Africa, when you hear, it's always skeptical. Everybody is very skeptical. Everybody thinks it's not safe. Manufacturing, there's a lot of scope here in manufacturing. The manufacturing sector has not really come up. They are dependent on imports in a big way.
Okay.
I think there is a lot to do in manufacturing side. Okay. Then there is a lot in the agriculture side. Agriculture right, also, they are very welcoming. Plus, the land is available. The land is very fertile.
Okay.
The weather is good. The soil is absolutely fertile. So I think all in all, it's a good place for large-scale corporate farming if somebody wants to look at that, or even for small scale also, people can come and do it. But I say large scale because of scalability.
Right.
In order for you to be in a foreign country, you need to have a scale which makes sense.
Exactly. Very true.
So
right,
those are the two areas which I feel there is still room for people to come. I'm an exporter.
You're an exporter.
Agriculture produce. Mostly we do beans, we do pulses, we do coffee, cocoa.
Okay.
And it's mostly going to Europe.
Okay, Europe side.
Some to Asia. Pakistan, China is also one of the major buyers.
Oh, right. Okay.
And Africa and Turkey, China, all these are quite important destination markets. I think Africa on a whole, East Africa,
right.
Zambia, Mozambique, Malawi, Tanzania not so much, but Kenya definitely. Congo, huge opportunities.
Right.
The only thing is you've got to take your, come out of your comfort zone, take chances, and come and see for yourself. And I think more important is to understand that it is a safe country to be in. Kenya, I can understand there are some issues, but it's not so serious. Congo, again, there are some issues, but again, not so serious. South Sudan would be a risky place to go, I would say. Rwanda is absolutely very, very safe.
Right.
Burundi, there is a lot of opportunities, but safety-wise, I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Amongst all of them, I would suggest Uganda would be a good place to start.
Place to start out with, right? And you're living with the family. I'm sorry,
yes,
you're living with your family, so you feel peace.
Yeah, absolutely, no issues. Sometimes you do find difficulty to find middle managers. You can find very top executives very easily and very good, but in the middle management sector, there's a gap.
There's a gap.
But in the labor class, there's a lot of labor availability, and so I would say that the major challenge would be in the middle management level.
Right.
Yeah.
And business-wise. And society-wise, when you talk about Uganda.
Society-wise, they are very friendly people. They are very humble, very friendly, kind-hearted overall. Welcoming, very welcoming.
Right.
And I have not had any bad experiences in terms of any...
like their behavior or attitude towards Pakistanis, do you think it's welcoming?
No,
I don't
see that as a problem. I don't see that as a problem. In fact, generally speaking, they're quite friendly.
I can testify that, of course.
You get one off in every community, I think.
That's normal.
That's a normal thing. They're very calm and very laid back. That's the right word. Well, I can tell you that even the most developed countries, there are places which you are not supposed to go at night, and they are dangerous.
Right. Okay.
Similarly, in Uganda, it's the same.
Okay.
There are places where you should not be going at night. But generally speaking, there are some good localities everywhere, and I have traveled at night.
Okay.
I have not had any issues.
No issues right now. So generally, it's safe at night as well, right?
Yeah. I've traveled from the airport to my house, which is 45 kilometers, in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning.
Oh.
No issues.
No issues at all.
No issues.
A message to Pakistani people or anything that you want to say?
Well, for them, I think, of course, I'm watching the Pakistan politics very closely, and I'm very hopeful that things will start improving, things will start change.
Right.
So Pakistan might be a good place to stay back. But in the case of anybody who wants to explore new markets, new territories, new ventures, I think overall East Africa is a good place.
East Africa
is a good place.
Right. Perfect.
So we are further above South Africa.
Okay.
If people don't really have the geography very clear on the map, we are down south of Egypt or Ethiopia, or I think those are the countries people would be able to understand.
Right, perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhai. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
That was Mustapha Bhai. Actually, he had his views. He's actually a UK national, but he's been here for 5 years, and I was really intrigued when knowing that he's chosen Uganda, and why he chose Uganda he already told you. And he's been here and he's doing business and he's doing well. And people of Uganda as well that are the one of the peace-loving and welcoming and I would say very corporate and friendly people at all. That's it for today. Hope to see you in the next video. Till then, stay blessed. Peace.